Hey guys, it is day 114. It is 74 degrees out here today. I am in the Jordan Max Aura 5s. This is the Cardinal colorway, and here it is from the side. There it is. Just kind of out and about doing some shopping and figured I'm going to go ahead and jog. Not jog, I don't do any jogging, but go ahead and do this walk while I'm out here shopping, you know. Honestly though, I'm not buying anything, so I don't even know why I'm here. So I'm the weird guy talking to myself on my phone, just walking through the parking lot, you know. Oh well, this is as good a place as any to get some exercise in, I guess. It is hot out here. I'm not a fan of that. When it comes to the aesthetics of this shoe, the styling, I absolutely love this thing. I get compliments on these shoes everywhere I go. I had just stopped in a Skechers store and I saw shoes that I had just seen at Ross Dress for Less for about $25. And then in the store, well, I mean, they were discounted to $60, but why would you pay $60 if you can get it literally 3 or 4 storefronts down for $25? Getting back to these shoes. Yeah, I mean, everywhere I go, compliments. That's an exaggeration, of course, but it's not that far off, honestly. Whenever I've been out, I have had compliments on specific pairs of shoes, and I've kind of just keep them logged. But even if it's my wife who hasn't seen her shoes for a time, every time I put them on, she'll say things. So it's definitely a really nice, stylish pair, in my opinion, of non-signature Jordan shoes. And that's the problem that a lot of people have with these things, is that they are not the signatures. Well, you guys have problems even with the signatures. Those signatures will sit there and be on the shelf forever. It's like you only want the retros, but then the retros also go figure. Obviously, this is a more of a budget-oriented lifestyle shoe with design elements cued from old retro models from the past, and I think that's perfect. The cushion on these things aren't going to blow you away, but they're not rocks on feet either. They feel pretty good. There's some nice supple leather on the front, on the upper of the shoe, and whether or not it's synthetic or not, I'm not sure, but it feels really nice. The tongue is nice and padded, and it really lends to this feeling of a nice, comfortable upper that you're in. It's not the most plush experience you're going to find, but I kind of don't want that all the time, you know? This is a pretty nimble feeling shoe despite some of the elements that I've mentioned with the tongue and the leather and stuff. And there are some panels on this shoe that would add some weight, but ultimately it is still a very lightweight shoe. A long time ago, I remember seeing on a post, someone had asked, can you play basketball in these things? And the answer is, of course you can. These shoes were inspired by, you know, shoes from the past. And in some ways, they're a better iteration of shoes that came before it, even signature shoes. Like, if I'm being transparent, I would never play a game of basketball in these shoes, but it's not because of function. It's actually because they look too clean. I'm not going to mess them up playing basketball, but I can tell you from experience, these feel a lot better than, say, Jordan 4s. Like the pair of new Jordan 4s that I have, these feel so much better. Now, there are some things that I'm not the biggest fan of. The kind of the taper of the outside toes is maybe a little too short or sharp for my toes. I had to put some protective tape on the outside of my pinky toe just so I wouldn't have any rubbing. Also, if I was going to try to play a game of basketball in these, the lacing system in these shoes are not exactly ideal. And that's kind of odd, because in these shoes there are whole eyelets for days, like a ton of them that you could use to run your laces through. But the problem is the laces aren't spaced appropriately, for one, and for two, the laces aren't really long enough to do anything with. Even with trying to do a standard lace setup, I only had enough lace left over to make one tie. I couldn't double knot like usual. So and then the laces slip out of the eyelets as well when you're trying to cinch them up. So you would never get, well, I'm not not saying never, but the feeling of lockdown isn't going to be ideal. My big toe in each shoe is right at the edge of that toe box. If I were to play basketball in these, I would probably cause myself a lot of issues with the toes or breaking through the shoes, etc. But for a lifestyle standpoint, for which they were intended, these things feel great. Honestly, they feel great. Now, I do have my plantar fasciitis orthotic in this shoe that gives me a little bit of a gel cushion, but I'm not experiencing any sort of heel slip or anything, so that is nice. As far as the weight loss journey, yesterday was an absolute disaster. I went to a food tasting of food from all around the world, and I ate a ton of stuff there, and then I ended up having 2 double cheeseburgers from McDonald's. God, man. And then late at night, I was snacking a ton. God, man, I just went right back into old habits, just fell right back into everything that I've been trying to get away from. And I've been massively successful in cutting all the snacking, but last night was it was like I just threw everything to the wind, man. I've been able to develop a voice of willpower in my head, and it will just tell me, no, I want health over feeling like junk, feeling like crap. And I can just shut it down, shut it off. And it's been quite nice because it's like the first time in my life I've been able to do stuff like that. But then last night, that ability just went completely out the window, man. But I don't want to live in failure. So I'm here, and I'm not going to let wherever I'm at stop me from doing what I need to do. Well, I've been walking for about 45 minutes. I'm going to call it for the moment, and then I'll probably do another 15 to 30 minutes a little bit later. But thank you all for watching and being with this journey. And I do want to say thank you to our 35th subscriber. Again, I don't know who you are because of privacy settings, but just thank you. I do appreciate you being willing to listen to an old fart like me talk about weight loss and shoes. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Later.